All right, so we're looking at market values. We're going to learn how to calculate the market value of equity. Remember, equity is the value of shares, all right, issued by a company, all right? Equity is the value of shares issued by a company, okay? Remember, especially public limited companies, all right, they sell shares, okay? And people who buy those shares are called the shareholders, all right? And whenever a shareholder buys a share, all right, they're entitled to a dividend, okay? They'll be entitled to a dividend. So when the shareholder buys a share, they have a required rate of return, okay? That's what they're expecting for buying the shares, all right? And then you as the company for selling those shares, all right, and giving them that required rate of return, it is a cost to you as a company. So you call that the cost of equity. All right. So now we're going to see how to calculate the market values. All right. So for example, here we have an extract from a balance sheet. Okay. This is the section of capital and liabilities. All right. So we have our ordinary shares here. Okay. The book value is 50 ngwe. All right. This is the book value. All right. Then the value of the ordinary shares is 5,000 kwacha. Okay. This is 5,000 kwacha. All right. And when we look here, we say ordinary shares are quoted at 150 ngwe each. All right. So this is the market price of the shares. Okay. Market price of the shares. Okay. So now we have to calculate, okay, the market value of equity. Okay, we have to calculate the market value of equity, right? And as we can see here, the formula for calculating the market value of equity is ordinary share capital, right? Which is this 5,000 here, okay? And we divide it by the book value per share, and the book value per share is 15 ngwe. Then we have to multiply it by the market price of the shares, which we've been given at 150 ngwe, right? So we can leave this the answer in ngwes or kwacha. So I prefer to leave it in kwacha, right? So we say 50 ngwe, divide 50 ngwe, right? Divided by 100, that will give us 0.5 kwacha. Okay, so this is the book value of the shares. I mean, this is the book value of the shares in kwacha. All right, let's put here solution. All right, and then the market price of the shares is 150 where divided by 100 we get 1.5 kwacha. So that's the market price. Now, to get the market value of the equity, we're going to say it's going to equal to ordinary share capital, all right, which is 5,000 kwacha here, 5,000 kwacha, right, divided by the book value of the shares, which is 0.5 kwacha, all right. So whenever we divide the ordinary share capital and over the book value, we get the number of shares, all right? So sometimes this formula can also be written like this. You can say number of shares times the market price, okay? Times the market price. So this ordinary share capital over the book value is like finding the number of shares. So we say number of shares times the market price, all right? So we're going to say 5,000 divided by 0.5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 1.5. All right. So we're going to say 5,000 Okay, we get 15,000 now. We get 15,000 kwacha. Right. So that is the value of the equity. So this value is necessary whenever we want to calculate the weighted average cost of capital, which we're going to do later on.